Hi everyone, just a very quick tutorial today on how to put the paper flowers, or some people call them paper windmills, together. This is a cutting file, so in your cutting file you'll have 4 long strips like this. So 2 of them will be the same as this, 1.5 inches wide, and 2 of them will be the same width but 2 inches wide. And the 2 that are 1.5 inches wide make this size, and the other 2 that are 2 inches wide make this size. So you can layer them up if you want. I've also put a couple of circles, and if you want to add some extra adhesive on the circle and then pop that on the front or on the back, and then do the same with this one, and you can layer them up like so. You can do them in different coloured papers, whatever you want. Put a straw on them and use them as like a flower pick in a vase. It's entirely up to you. Now, I was going to use the 2 small ones on my letter M. This is another one of my 3D letter treat boxes. I've glued mine down, but if you don't glue this last section down, there's a thumb notch there and you can open that out. And I've got a letter H that's already in my online cutting file shop. Again, I glued this one down, just using it as a decoration. And I was going to use these, but I'm not so sure if they're a bit big. So I've made this anyway, just decorated the front with some of the designer series paper from the Playing in the Rain suite of products. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to use that or not yet, but I'm just going to show you how to put these together. So as I say, you'll have 4 strips and 2 circles in your cutting file. I'm just going to put the small one together. So I've done all the measuring and all the score lines are already in for you. So this is just so really easy. You don't have to do any cutting. Just let your ScanNCut machine do it for you. This needs to be on a piece of paper or card that's 12 inches wide, and it just fits. So they're all lined up horizontal like so, and the 2 circles are on the bottom of your mat. You'll see when you open up your cutting file. So basically what you want to do, from the right hand side, you're going to work from right to left and start this as a mounting fold. So that's a fold away from you. And then you're just going to concertina backwards and forwards on all your dashed fold lines that are in the file already for you. You can do this in card. I've made them in card in the past, but depending on how thick your card is will determine how easily these fold. So I wouldn't make these in something like 300 GSM cardstock. Just make them in something like our Stampin' Up! Coloured cardstock or our basic white, or like I'm doing here in designer series paper, and especially if you've got a double-sided designer series paper, because you can choose which side to have. So as I say, that's how we started with a mountain, worked all the way along, and you're ending with a valley. And that's your 2 of them. And then all you need to do, this one that's the valley, you need to apply a little bit of adhesive in there, and this mountain from the first one will just slide in and fit, and then just press it together and hold it until it sticks. And then you're just going to bring it round and you're going to do the same. So you'll have a mountain at one end and a valley at the other. So there's no need to cut any pieces off. I've seen people make these with a scoreboard and they end up cutting, a strip off to make it fit together. I've done all the work for you. And again, you're just going to put some glue. You're just going to hold it together. So you're going to make one continuous ring. Okay, so once you've got it like so, now I tend to fold, starting with my mountain valleys all the way along with the pattern that I want out. But like I say, it's entirely up to you. You can flip these if you want, but I want the yellow side out. So now all that you do now is you just push this in to the center like so, and you've got your flower. Now, I like to use my silicone craft sheet for this, but you could use some parchment paper, or in the UK, we call it like greaseproof paper. It's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue on my silicone mat, but my glue gun doesn't stretch that far. So I've just put a blob of glue in the middle of my silicone mat, and then I'm just going to push this together, push it down and push it into that glue. And you want to kind of push it from all sides and hold on to it until your glue sets. You can do this with a good strong wet glue, but I find, to be honest, for this bit, hot glue helps. And then I just kind of hold it in the middle and keep pressing firmly. You should end up with like virtually no, you know, very, very tiny hole in the middle where all the pieces of card have gone together. That's what these circles are for, because what you can do, if you're not going to put any decoration on the front to hide it, you pop the circle over the top, add lots more glue, and that helps hold it down. Or you might be wanting to put some kind of a, you know, a decoration. See what we've got, like I've got another circle, I've got a scallop circle, I've got some little cutouts. You know, it depends what you're doing with it. You can see the glue's set now. So my idea was that I was going to use two of these, as I say, two of the smaller ones on this 3D decoration, but I don't know if I am now. And I was thinking that I'd alternate the colours and pop them on here, but I think they're a bit big. I could possibly do this, but again, I think that's a bit big for my decoration. So I'll have to decorate that with something else. But for now, let's just have a look how these are going to look. If I layer the big one up and the smaller one on top and put that like so, you've got this nice kind of decoration now. And then you can get yourself, you know, a kebab stick that you've coloured or something, or a straw is good, a coloured straw, and you can pop that in and make a pick decoration. I'm going to, while my hot glue gun's on, I'm going to put some glue in the middle of this and pop that down, and that's just going to add extra stability and stick to the centre. And then I've got this straw that I'm thinking I might slide in like so. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this, just on either side, and slide that in, and that will stick. And then I think I'll use the yellow smaller one. So again, I'm just gonna, don't know if my glue gun will reach enough. I'm gonna pop, see that's the other side. You could use, you know, as I say, if you've got double-sided paper, use either side. And then again, I'm gonna pop this one in the middle just to hold it down with a good amount of hot glue, and then just hold all that in place. And that's your double pick. You could, you know, put something on the back if you want it double-sided, but I think these are great. And if you pop them in a vase, I'll try and get a picture of one in a vase at the end, but these make great little quick decorations. As I say, you can put words on here, you can do whatever you want. But that's today's quick project on how to put together my little 3D windmill type flower cutting file. So I hope you found it helpful. Please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can purchase your cutting file here on my website at www.applelover53.co.uk. There's lots and lots of cutting files on there now. They're all categorized as well for you. So if you're looking for a card, you can look in cards. There's bags and boxes. There's 3D and home decor, things like this. And like this one that I've just shown you earlier. There's a tissue box cover. There's all sorts of things on there now. Treat holders. So as I say, just pop along, go to the website. You'll see where it says ScanNCut shop. Click on that, and then underneath you can buy your mats and your blades for all the different ScanNCut machines, or you can buy cutting files. There's a help and information section there as well if you're stuck. that's got lots of links and answers to, you know, things you might want to know. Anyway, that's today's video. As I say, hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.